Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since I've done a video, but with the new Vera Bradley Peanuts Halloween Indigo release, I thought it would be a nice time to get up a video. I have to give a shout out to my very good friend Nicole. Hey Nicole, if you're watching, for inspiring me to do this video, and then also shopping this collection for me in person and just being the kindest, sweetest person ever and working with me throughout this whole process. So Nicole, if you're watching, thank you so much. Before I get started with the review, I wanted to let you know, in case you don't know, this pattern is a play off of a pattern that Vera Bradley released, I don't even know how long ago, a couple of years ago, pre-rebrand, with a blue background color. That collection sold out very fast, and they only released a few things in the Peanuts Halloween collection at that time. One of the items was a wallet, which I did have, and I gave that to my mom because she's a huge Peanuts fan. And the other item that I remember besides the blanket was the small Vera tote. That sold out extremely fast, and I know for a fact not everybody who wanted one got one, and I was one of those people. I actually messed around too long because I thought I didn't want it, and then I did. And if you're one of those people that kind of is like me and you hem-haw around and try to decide if you want something and it disappears, like, you know exactly how that is, especially when it's with a collab or a rare pattern, that's what happens. That context aside, Vera re-released that print. Official name is Halloween Peanuts Indigo. So again, the other one was like a dark blue background, whereas this one is like an indigo background, but definitely leaning hard against purple. The collection that they did do originally was in the retail line. It was on the retail side, whereas this is from the outlet side. So you're going to see some differences, especially when I get to the small Vera tote. And in that collection, the original collection, there wasn't a ton of styles. I think there was just the tote, that wallet, and the blanket, and that's in the Halloween version of the pattern. They had other fall Peanuts patterns that also released at the same time, but those were nowhere near as popular as the Great Pumpkin Halloween prints. What I'm showing you here is the Essential Large Backpack. I almost passed on this, and I'm so glad I didn't pass on it. I'm not big on Vera Bradley outlet styles. I'm definitely not big on the new rebrand retail styles either. But I don't go to the outlet to supplement that because there really aren't styles there that suit me or fit what I need for every day, or I find that in other brands or older Vera. When I saw this, I was like, okay, I wanted to give it a chance. And again, another shout out to Nicole, because she also sent me multiple pictures of pattern placements that I was able to choose from. So that was extremely helpful because I really wanted Snoopy on the Great Pumpkin there. I absolutely love that element, and I did get it twice here on this Essential Large Backpack. Anyways, I'm glad I didn't skip on this backpack. I travel a lot for work, and I always take a backpack as my carry-on. End up wearing them a lot. Like, not just physically wearing them, but also wearing them down a lot. And I tend to learn what works and what doesn't for me. That's why I'm a little bit pickier about the outlet bags, because typically they don't have all the bells and whistles of the main retail side of the brand, and sometimes not even the quality. But and I'm not just saying this because this is a special collab, but the quality of this is pretty good. I'm actually very impressed. With quick inspection, I don't see really any loose strings or anything that would cause concern. Obviously, I just got this, and so I have not used it yet, so that'll be like a time will tell type deal. I think it's gonna do okay. You have this front zipper pocket, which you do have one pull, and you have some organization in here. Now, this interior color is like a medium purple. It's bright enough. I think, you know, we've got some decent lighting here. I think if you're in a darker room, it might be a little bit harder to see your things at the bottom of the bag, but at least it's not a black lining, so I'm not too mad about that. The organization that you have includes 2 slip pockets. You also have, let's see, 1 pen slot. Also have a gusseted slip here, and then a non-gusseted slip on top of the other pocket. And then of course you have the main interior area. The fabric inside, I would say, is a thin lining of polyester. You have 2 side pockets, and I do have just the standard plastic water bottle here, which is gonna fit really easily, but I could tell by the width of this pocket that you're gonna be able to get your big awalas in there, your Stanley cups, things like that. Whatever people are carrying nowadays, you're gonna be able to get that in there. You do have a very robust, like seatbelt nylon-y top handle here. I still have the tags on it because, again, I just got this yesterday and I haven't even, work has been pretty busy. I haven't even had a chance to play around with everything except for the small Vera tote. I jumped in the small Vera tote right away. You'll understand why when we get there. But I haven't had a chance to play with the backpack as much. So I'm kind of reviewing this with you today. You do have these, what Vera Bradley calls their ergonomic backpack straps. I did try this on when I packed this on the way to the park here to film this video. And it was full with all the stuff I'm going to show you, and it was pretty comfortable. What really sold me on this backpack, and I think if this backpack did not have this feature I'm going to show you, I would have passed on it. It has a trolley sleeve here, which I really like and appreciate. When I travel for work, I almost always use, no, not almost, I always use the trolley sleeve. Now, I said there are no loose strings. I just discovered a loose string behind that trolley sleeve there. So I didn't pull it out of the fabric. It was just sitting on top of the fabric. So maybe it was just like a finishing thread or something. But yeah, that's the trolley sleeve, which I really like. And there you could also get a really good look at this print. I know who Snoopy is. I know who Woodstock is. I know of the characters, but it's not something like I religiously could like rattle off very quickly. But I do know enough about it that I can appreciate it, and I also just appreciate the artwork, which I think sometimes is enough. Like, you don't need to know every little detail about something in order to purchase it and admire it, if that makes sense. And I love how the trees are beautifully etched in a darker black color, and then you have all the characters popping in color in the foreground. My favorite part is actually not even the characters, it's the leaves. I really like those pops of leaves that are throughout the pattern. Next, we have the laptop compartment, which does have the 1 zipper pull, and it goes up and around like so. It doesn't go all the way down. It starts and stops there. As you can see, it is padded on this wall. Padded on this wall, and let's see if it's padded at the bottom. Make sure, yes, the bottom portion where your laptop goes is padded, so that's nice. Now for the main interior, you do get 2 zipper pulls, and they are a ribbon style zipper pull, but with the pattern fabric. And I appreciate that they even threw some organization here on the inside. So you have the Vera Bradley Peanuts branding tag, a zipper pocket, and then 2 slip pockets on top of that. The zipper pocket goes to right about here, so almost the bottom of the slip pockets. So right about here is where the zipper pocket stops in terms of capacity. And then this backpack is ginormous. You could fit so much stuff in here. I mean, this might even be bigger than the campus backpack. I don't know. I'd have to, again, bring out my campus backpack and compare. So there is a layer of robust padding with the main compartment of the backpack, very similar to how they did the laptop area. So that's nice. If you have other tech or items that you want to protect, I feel like it would be protected very well. We're gonna just kind of move down the line. We have the small Vera tote. When I saw this, I was so happy that they offered this because, again, in the original collection, they had a small Vera tote and I dilly-dallied. I did regret it. So I'm really happy that they offered a tote this time around in this outlet version of the print. This is the bag that I've been getting the most questions on my Instagram, so I want to make sure I put most of the focus here. I was really happy with this pattern placement because, again, we've got at least my preferable element featured there with Snoopy on the Great Pumpkin, and then also we have it again just slightly cut off, but still very prominent on the front pocket here. The one from the retail side pre-rebrand had a hidden slip pocket up here in the top back seam of the tote, and this one does not. Again, this is the outlet version, and so I'm pretty sure the outlet version pre-rebrand did not have that either. Then on the front here, you have one big slip pocket that goes down to the bottom of the bag. The pre-rebrand retail version had that, but it also had a zipper pocket layered on top of it. I think those are the only two differences between this one and the pre-rebrand retail version. Again, I'm guessing the outlet version was probably the same. That's what you get with this one. So you do get that front slip pocket, and then there are no pockets on the back, or that hidden pocket on the top does not exist on this. You still get your quilted straps, and there's no trim or piping because they did get rid of that even prior to the rebrand. You do still get your 6 slip pockets. This is the small Vera tote, and you can also see that it has a zipper closure. Since this video is primarily about the Peanuts Halloween Indigo collection, I'm going to go ahead and move on to the other items. But if you're interested in one of my latest hobbies, at least this has been a hobby of mine for the past almost 5 months, which is journaling and planning, that's the contents of this bag. Stick around at the end of the video, or I'll put a timestamp in and we'll revisit what's in this bag. But for now, we're just going to move on to the other items in this Peanuts collection. The next item is the Crossbody bag. The main reason why, well, there's a couple reasons why I wasn't going to get this. One is because the strap is absolutely ridiculously thin in nature. And this is the type of strap width that they would use for a lanyard on a crossbody bag. And I just don't think that's cool. Plus, I have discovered what my favorite everyday bags are, and one of those I have with me now. And, oops, that bag is the Lug Skeeter Bridge, so that's one of my favorite bags. My all-time favorite bag is the Kipling Potya. I've used that bag so many times, and that's my favorite bag for every day. When they said they were coming out with this in the preview the day before they launched, I had no intentions to buy it because it doesn't really have much of a base, so you can't really pack this up. The organization is also lacking quite a bit. There is a zipper pocket on the inside, and that's it. And then you've got the slip pocket on the back side. I had an idea pop up in my head, which I have not had time to do. Again, I just got this collection yesterday, and I need to think this through. If you follow me on Instagram, you know I modify bags quite a bit. Well, not quite a bit, but when there's a bag that I pretty much like everything about it, but there's one small feature that I would like changed, that I feel like I'm confident enough to change, I will do it. And I think I have an idea for a modification for this bag. I plan on taking this crossbody strap off, cutting it off, and using the remnants of it to create 2 grab handles on either side. And then from there, because there's no metal hardware or anything, I would sew on or attach a loop and then put a piece of metal hardware on there. And basically attach my own strap. And that strap will probably be a black one because it's going to be very hard to match to the purple or the orange. I have lots of black straps in my collection from other bags that I could just take off and use for this. And then I'll have two little cute grab handles on this. And just, I'm hoping to get that done maybe by September. That way I can carry this cute bag by then. All right, the second to last item I have to show you is the Cosmetic. This was with the tote. I definitely wanted to get one of these. I knew I wanted to get one of these. Again, I told you I was kind of unsure about the backpack. I didn't want the crossbody for the reasons I said until I came up with the modification plan. But I definitely wanted this, and again, Nicole knocked it out of the park with the pattern placement. I was very happy about this, and it's a very simple bag. I mean, you've got this wipeable plastic lining, and yeah, I plan on using it for cosmetics or crafts or all of the above and alternating it. It's very nice. And last but not least, the bag charm. I have had so much fun with bag charms this year, and this one is no exception, so I really wanted to pick it up. You've got the Great Pumpkin, and then you've got Snoopy and Woodstock. The pumpkin is a two-sided charm. It is a 3D charm, so it's got a little bit of like stuffing or something inside. And then this one is just blank on the back with Vera Bradley and Peanuts. In my experience, I also have the Snoopy Woodstock one from the other collection from the outlet that released. I'll stick a picture of it here if I can remember. When I used that one, and you know, you have to kind of like loop it over the strap or loop on your bag and then put this through in order for it to be on your bag. This part, at least I have not experienced this part flipping over to the blank side, so that does make me happy. I do think $20 is a pretty steep price for a bag charm that doesn't have a double-sided design. This is typically something that sells out fast. This might actually still be available though on the website, on the outlet website. I definitely wanted this. Actually, I'll go ahead and show you real quick the bag charm that I'm using right now. It is a little pleather Boston Terrier bag charm. It looks just like my baby's, and it's got a little heart and a bone, and I ordered it off of a creator off of Etsy. I'll just upload another video of me sitting here talking to you about my planner obsession in my Snoopy tote here. So thanks for watching. Bye.